79,852 kilograms off of one long line. Battle Chrome here. We are back in Fishing North Atlantic with another tutorial. This time we are focusing on long lining. Now the mechanics of long lining in and of themselves, just the basic mechanics, laying it down, picking it up, not too hard to master. So what I want to really focus on with this tutorial is how to long line efficiently and effectively and make boatloads of money. Pun intended. I've seen people call long lining broken. I've seen some people say, you know, that the baiting is just too expensive, not worth it what they're catching. Well, I think long lining is one of the most effective methods in the game to fish. Now, for the purposes of the tutorial, we're going to be doing it in hard mode, but I want to show you how to set up if you're new to the game. I want to show you how in the beginning of the game, how you could get yourself into a long line boat right away. You don't have to start here with the No Yankee and the Mickey up here. You can actually get right into a long line boat, a good one. Okay, the first problem we have is the game is starting us with, especially if you're in hard mode, without very high populations in your habitat. So we want to jump ahead of time to give those populations a little time to grow. Because as you can see, our habitats here, yeah, this is hard mode. So, I mean, everything is low or medium. And you cannot fish in a low population. You're just not going to catch anything. Almost every single long line you pull up is going to be empty. And then here you have your different seasons, depending on what you want to fish. In this case, we're going to be fishing cod. So as you can see, cod starts in December. So we want to move ahead to December. If you're playing in the easy mode, if you just go right to the December of 2020, your population will probably be high. But since we're in hard mode, we need to go to December of 2021. All right, here we are, December 1st, 2021. And if you look now at our habitats, everything is in a high population state. This is the way you want it. If you fish a population, a habitat population, say down into medium, you need to stop fishing that habitat, fish something else until it goes back up into high. This is going to help maximize your catch. But to start long lining here, right from the beginning, we need to unlock the two early game long lining boats. They're both really good long lining boats. I'm going to show you right now on the map here where to find these. Okay, this first one is called the Fix, and you're going to have to go through the bay like this. You can fast travel there, and it's right up in this area. There we go. Okay, there's the Fix. Great long lining boat to start with. Very cheap. I think it's less than 100,000. It's like 85,000, I think. The other boat's down here. It's called the Follow-Bond. I may be mispronouncing that. I apologize. It's right by this island right here. That one. Okay, just get right in here real close. There it is. Follow-Bond. Okay, unlock all your ports, but we're just going to go right up here to Dennis Point right now. That's where the Follow-Bond is. Okay, now that we're here in Dennis Point, first thing you want to do is you want to take out these loans here. Let's just take out the max amount. 220,000 now. Let's go down the shipyard. There's the Follow-Bond. This is a great early game long lining boat. Max storage 40,000 kilograms. 5,000 hook long lines. You can catch a lot of fish with a 5,000 hook long line. It will literally only take one or two to fill this boat up. One if you got 20,000 kgs, two if you're running with the 40,000 kg. Two of them, that's it. If you're fishing cod, which is what we're going to be fishing. Okay, once you fill that boat up a couple times, you made some money, then you probably want to move on to this boat. It's a great long lining boat, the Emery. 125,000 max kg storage. Also does 5,000 hook long lines. Check this out. 14. Every long line you pull up should be more than 10. 10 or more. If you do it right. Alright, this is the best long line boat in the game in my opinion. This is the Arctic Pioneer. It does 10,000 hook long lines. Has max storage 500,000 kilograms. I'm going to show you how to fill this boat up. Okay, so you want to go to the bars and get information on cod habitats, because we fast forward to time, we have no information right now. And we got a habitat right here, really close to Yarmouth. Let's go on over there and get a little closer to it. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to find the edge of this habitat. We want to know where this habitat is. If we're going to lay down some long old 10,000 hook long lines, we need to figure out where the habitat is. All habitats are 2 nautical miles across. So what we're doing is we're cruising along right there. Now we just seen our first cod. So we've identified the approximate edge of the habitat. So we're going to measure in 1 kilometer to about where the center would be based off the direction of the arrow. Okay, now that we have an approximate center for the habitat, we can just go out like this, 1 nautical mile in different directions. We'll lay down a little cod symbol there just to mark the edge of the habitat over there. This will give us an approximate size of the habitat. Okay, now that we have it all mapped out here, this is just going to give us an idea where to lay all our long lines. There'll be no question about that we're in the habitat. We're going to start by running our autopilot down in this direction. Lay down our long lines. And then when you're done, you should have something looking like this. It's a little sloppy there, but all these 10,000 hook long lines are within the habitat. Now I've got a 500,000 kilogram fully upgraded Arctic Pioneer we're using here. I laid down 10 of these 10,000 hook long lines. I had a guy on Steam who was thinking he needed 60 to do this. I think I could fill this boat in 10 or less, and I'm going to prove it right now. We're fishing, here is the beginning of the cod season. We're fishing cod in the beginning of the cod season with 10 of these 10,000 hook long lines. Alright, let's advance time. For me, the sweet spot when I'm fishing is about 19 and a half hours. Turns it blue between 19 and a half and 20 hours. There we go. We're just about 19 and a half here. By the time we get over there, it'll be 19 and a half. All right, here we are now. We're going to bring in our first 10,000 hook long line right here. All right, we got 12. Now, if we're doing this right, we should be 10 or more on all these long lines. Coming up to this point, I also fished. Well, I started out in the Fallabon. I went to the Emery. And here, I probably laid a total of 30 of these long lines now. I didn't have a single one under 10. Now, sometimes it's just going to happen. But if you're fishing high populations and you're baiting for the right fish, in this case, I did bait for cod, I mean, you should get 10 or more on these long lines. I bet you half of these, well, maybe not half of them, I bet you a third of these long lines I just lay down are going to be 15s. Get it at 19 and a half hours. And here's our second one. There's 14, almost got a 15. 45,000 on that last one. Let's see what we got here. There's a 15. All right, 79,852 kilograms off of one long line. There's a 10. That's going to be on the low end. Hopefully we don't get any below a 10. 15 again. Another 10. 15 again. $14. Another 14. All right, so we pulled in 9 of these 10,000 hook long lines, and we filled the boat. There it is right there. We're just shy of 500,000 kilograms. And we got one more. We'll go ahead and grab it, which will top it off. But, I mean, that's pretty much a full boat right there off of 9 10,000 hook long lines. That's how you do it. Okay, let's look at our pad here and look at our catch. Now, mind you, this is all done in hard mode. So, hard mode, as far as I can tell, it does not affect how much you catch. What it does affect is the price you get for the fish. I think there's some people out there that think you catch less fish in hard mode. I've seen no evidence of that, none. What matters is, are you fishing it in a high population habitat? Alright, so check this out. This is in hard mode, okay? I got my full bonus on gut. 500,000 kilograms of cod, though. $4,842,472. That's a lot of money right there. That's one load full. Nine, count them, 9 long lines I did this with. Alright, well, hopefully this tutorial out there will help you in your own gameplay fishing North Atlantic. Just remember, make sure you're always fishing in a high population habitat. Make sure you're laying those long lines down within the boundaries of that habitat. Map it out like the way I showed you in this. Get yourself a rough estimate. Make sure you're baited for the proper fish. You're going to catch them. I guarantee it. Thanks for watching, folks. I really appreciate it.